What if I told you that you were created in 7 stages, and in every stage Allah was sending you a message about your weakness, your purity, your desires, and the secret battle happening inside you every single day. This is not just the story of Adam. This is the story of you.
Allah, the Most Exalted, gathered a single handful of soil from every corner of this vast earth, from its white sands, its red clays, its black fertile grounds, and every shade in between. From this one humble handful emerged your father Adam, alayhis salam, and from him came all of humanity in its beautiful diversity of colors, temperaments, and natures. This is a gentle yet profound reminder from your Lord. No matter how high you rise in this world, no matter the status or power you attain, your origin remains the lowly dust beneath your feet. How then can arrogance find a place in a heart fashioned from such humble beginnings? And to the same earth you shall return one day, so walk upon it with humility. For it is both your cradle and your grave. Allah, in His perfect wisdom, mixed the dry earth with pure water until it became soft and pliable clay, the very elements used for purification in your daily worship. This was no accident. It was a divine sign woven into your very creation. Your origin, O child of Adam, is one of purity and cleanliness. Earth cleansed by water shaped the body of your father. As if Allah is whispering to every soul that follows, you were brought into existence from that which purifies. So safeguard that original innocence. Do not allow the stains of sin, the mud of disobedience, or the darkness of heedlessness to tarnish what your Lord created so pure. Return always to purification, for it is the path back to your true beginning. As the water mingled with the earth, the clay transformed, becoming sticky and cohesive, tan lazib, that clings firmly to itself, holding together with strength and attachment. Look into your own heart, and you will see the same quality. The human soul clings tightly to whatever it loves. Sometimes it clings to Allah with unbreakable devotion, drawing nearer to Him with every breath. At other times, it clings to the fleeting pleasures of this dunya, attaching itself to wealth, desires, or recognition. This sticky nature of the clay is a mirror for you, teaching that attachment is part of your design. So choose wisely what your heart holds on to, for what it clings to in this life will determine where it finds rest in the next. With time, the sticky clay dried and altered, becoming like sounding clay, firm, hollow, and resonant, like baked pottery waiting to be filled. There stood the magnificent form of Adam, alayhis salam, perfect in shape yet silent, empty, and still awaiting the divine gift that would give it true meaning. This stage is a powerful reminder. The body alone, no matter how beautiful or strong, is nothing but a hollow vessel without the soul. It rings empty when struck, just as a life lived only for material pursuits echoes with emptiness in the end. The true worth of a human being lies not in the outer form, but in what Allah places within the ruh that turns mere clay into a living, knowing, worshipping servant. As the clay aged further, it darkened and took on a blackened hue, Hama'in Maznun, changed by time and exposure, carrying within it the traces of instincts, desires, and human weaknesses. Yet know that these were not placed in you to declare you evil from birth. Rather, they entered the clay by divine wisdom as a test and a means of elevation. The inclinations toward food, comfort, anger, or passion are not your true origin. They are temporary impurities added to the pure vessel. Allah is teaching you through the story of your father. Adam, you have the power to rise above them, to purify them, to channel them toward good. Do not despair over your weaknesses. Instead, overcome them. For in mastering them lies your honor and your closeness to your Lord. Then came the moment of profound honor. Allah, the best of creators, shaped Adam with His own mighty hands, perfectly proportioned, majestic in stature, intentional in every detail. Nothing about this creation was random or accidental. Every curve, every limb, every feature was crafted with divine purpose, wisdom, and love. This was not merely the forming of a body, it was the bestowal of dignity upon mankind. Allah could have brought you into existence with a single command, yet He chose to shape you deliberately, reminding every descendant of Adam, you are not a mistake. You are not insignificant. You were created with care, with honor, with a noble purpose to know your Lord, to worship him, and to serve as his Khalifa upon the earth. And then, in a moment of unparalleled divine mercy and majesty, Allah breathed into Adam of his own sacred spirit. In that instant, everything changed forever. What was once lifeless clay became a living, conscious, noble being infused with a soul, directly from the heavenly realm of Allah. No other creation received this honor in the same way. The angels were created from light, the jinn from fire, but mankind alone was granted a ruh from the breath of the Most Merciful. With this breath came knowledge, choice, emotion, and the capacity to rise higher than the angels or fall lower than the beasts. It was the moment mankind became truly alive, the moment you, O child of Adam, inherited the greatest gift, a soul that yearns for its creator and carries within it the light of heaven. From that first breath, a sacred struggle was born within every human heart. Inside, you dwelled two powerful forces pulling in opposite directions. The heavenly soul, yearning upward toward Allah, toward light, toward eternal peace and closeness to its Lord, and the earthly body, drawn downward toward the dust from which it came, craving comfort, pleasure, and the temporary delights of this world. Your entire life is the battlefield between these two. Every prayer is a victory for the soul. Every moment of heedlessness is a pull from the body. Allah has placed this tension within you, not to torment you, but to elevate you, for in choosing the soul over the body, in striving against base desires, you fulfill the very purpose for which you were granted this noble ruh. Every single night, when you close your eyes in sleep, Allah enacts a beautiful sign of your true nature. The soul gently departs from the body, ascending toward its creator, leaving the clay vessel motionless and empty once more, just as it was before the divine breath. In that state of sleep, which Allah calls a minor death, your ruh is presented before the Lord of the worlds, and every morning, by his mercy, he returns it to you, granting another day, another chance. Yet know that one night, the soul will ascend and not return. This life will end as suddenly as sleep begins. So reflect, in what state do you wish to meet your Lord when that final departure comes? It is no coincidence that Shaitan beautifies sin most intensely under the cover of night. When the world is quiet and distractions fade, he whispers temptations more boldly then, because he knows the profound secret of sleep. You may meet Allah in the very state in which you close your eyes. If the last act before sleep is obedience, gratitude, or remembrance of Allah, the soul ascends in peace. But if it is disobedience, heedlessness, or indulgence in haram, the soul departs carrying that burden. What if tonight were your final night on earth? Would your Lord find your heart attached to him, or scattered in the darkness of sin? Guard your nights, for they are a rehearsal for the greatest meeting of all. Adam alayhi salam was created immense in stature, vast and towering, not so that humanity would glorify the physical body or chase worldly strength, but as a timeless sign of Allah's boundless favor. From the lowliest dust, Allah raised his Khalifa to a station of unimaginable honor, taught the names of all things, commanded the angels to prostrate, entrusted with the earth itself. This greatness was not for Adam alone. It was a promise to every believer. No matter how humble your beginning, no matter how ordinary you feel, Allah can elevate whom he wills to heights beyond imagination. Turn to him with sincerity, and he will raise you from dust to eternal honor in his presence. This was only the beginning of the most beautiful story ever told, the story of Adam. Peace be upon him, and the long chain of prophets who followed, each sent with light and guidance for hearts like yours. Their trials, their patience, their victories, and their messages were all preserved, so that you may find your own path back to Allah. Do not stop here. Stay with us on this blessed journey through the lives of the Anbiya, for every episode carries lessons meant especially for you in these times. The stories continue, and the greatest reward awaits those who listen, reflect, and follow. Subscribe, share, and join us because your journey with the prophets has only just begun. May Allah make us among those who truly hear. Ameen.